I'm going to show you exactly how I went from having a 9-to-5 job to making my first 30K per month, and to be honest, how I actually scaled my creator business to 2.5 mil a year with under 1.1k YouTube subscribers. So if you don't know me, my name is Eli Sal, and I wasn't always this guy who talks about, creating content, creating business, because I'm actually previously just regular guy, just really nothing going on in his life. But I just realized I have to take action. I need to learn how to develop like full stack skill set, and that's what allowed me to do this and also help my clients to basically make 6 figures and make 10 to 30K per month with basically creating content, kind of I call this creator business model, where basically I believe all businesses are creator businesses. So I know you have probably low attention span, maybe. So I hope you can sit still. It's going to be under 30-minute video, full of different things. And if you don't have time to just sit here, just watch with your phone or your PC and just, just actually consume this, I think maybe you should just listen to some other guy who is selling you 999 course or 997 course, and he just makes these crazy edits, because this is not here, there's no crazy edit, so it's just me with whiteboard. And yeah, so let's talk about first principles. If you're right now at 9-to-5 job, you don't have much time, and you are every day just waking up at 7, 6, and then your work starts at 8, 7, 9, 10, and you're working until 5. You only have so little time. So you need to think about different opportunities. What do you have access to? Same way what I had is when I was working my 9-to-5 job, my biggest problem was I didn't have really energy to do anything after work. It was so tired. So I was I got off from work, I went to home, I ate something, and then I went to the gym to do some, I was doing push-pull legs routine. So that was my routine, push-pull legs. I'm still doing push-pull legs, but I'm not training legs so much. So I think the main thing we need to understand is I didn't have really energy to actually do something big after work, because all these different business gurus had their ass backwards. They're saying to you that you need to do different models, but in summary, you just need something that actually works, something specific, and not do what they do. Not do what they do. It means you should not sell courses. And you're Eli, you're saying not selling courses. Why? I'm I don't think that's the best way in 2025, 2026, 2027, and onwards of making money. It's one-time fee, and you can just get this information. For example, this book, it's why would you what do you think is lifetime value of customer who's buying this book? This book is it's $10. $10, this book, okay? So someone like me who bought this book, I only paid $10. So this business all made $10. So you need to think long term, okay? So this book was $10, and they probably made a little bit more, but it's the main principle is your goal is to maximize lifetime value per customer. And with $10 product, you don't make any basically profit much. Maybe something on the back end, but that's a separate topic. If you're just starting, you're aspiring creator, entrepreneur, creator, business owner, and you're trying to just like scale rapidly to like 30K per month, you need to understand that you don't have time to do many things. After 9 to 5, you have so little hours, so little time between, so you just need to do the most money-making activities and just focus on highest leverage activities. Like for example, after work, you make content, you create, you are creator. You are creator, okay? So you make, let's say, one long form piece every day, no editing, no cuts, you film it, you upload it. Done, okay? After that, you focus on the second thing. What's the second thing? You help your clients. What it means, you talk to new clients and you talk to your current existing clients, that you're helping them to achieve result, what you have achieved, what you are helping them with, something that you are passionate about, something that you have purpose in. By the way, you need to subscribe to my channel if you want to see next how I would develop a creator business focusing on my passion and purpose. Because if you're not passionate about what you're teaching, what you're educating, what you are doing in your life, you will not be great. And if you look at like Michael Jordan, reason why people call him GOT, like greatest of all time, is because he was passionate about the thing he was doing. If you look at Michael Phelps, reason why he's the best is because he's passionate about swimming. His, for example, routine is pretty simple. Like he wakes up and he gets to the pool. He doesn't do journaling first thing in the morning. He doesn't do all these different things. His routine is simple. He wakes up, he goes to the pool. Michael Jordan, he wakes up, he goes to play basketball. Okay? So your goal is to just maximize your efficiency while working a 9 to 5 job. And I think the best way is like you wake up, either at 6 a.m. you film content and then you go to work, or you wake up, go to work, and then you film content after you have eaten some food after work, before gym, for example. That's what I would do, like either before work or after work. If you asked me, like, Eli, what did you do? You know, like, what did you do? How did you become like this creator, business owner? I was waking up like super early. So I was waking up early, and then basically before my work started at 9, I was basically first 2 to 4 hours just basically working on the business, you know, as an entrepreneur, like just creating stuff, just working on like these different things around the creator business that I basically started, you know, after quitting my job. Okay, and you're thinking like, Elias, like, what do you mean? I'm like, okay, so you wake up, you go to shower, and after the shower, you just straight up put camera on like this, you click record, and you basically start the video by saying like, hook. After the hook, you tell them who you are. If you don't know me, my name is Eli, and I have achieved X result. So they trust you, so they like you, so you have authority, so you have like credibility. If I didn't say to you guys, I have scaled my business to 2.5 mil year run rate, you guys would be like, what's the difference between you and some other guy in his parents' basement? That's what you would ask. But the difference is that the difference is actually huge. And if you're thinking, Eli, like, I have not made 2.5 mil, like I don't have anything going around in my life, like what I should exactly do. And then I would say, okay, what you are, what you're passionate about, okay? So what you're passionate about, so passion, and then your actual, like, your purpose. Like, what do you feel like is your purpose? If you don't know what is your purpose, remember, subscribe and then watch my next video about how to find your purpose for you to actually scale your income, because you should build your purpose around something that you are passionate about and something that people will pay you for, you know? And then you combine this last pillar. So I call it dollars, okay? So what would people pay you for? And here in the middle, this is your niche or niche. Your basically you. This is you and your creator biz. Okay? So basically that's how you find it. But let's be more specific. What do you mean? What do you mean, Eli? Like, what do people pay money for? Like, I have not achieved anything yet. Okay. Do you think you can help people with something that they would pay you for? Do you? If you go to right now the gym, do you think you can sell fitness? You know, as a creator? Do you know anything about health? Do you know, like for example, there is health, money, and then relationships, okay? Relationships. So these are the core markets, okay? So what you need to know this. You need to choose one market, something that you are best at, but at the same time, for you to become best at, it doesn't matter if you're not best yet. It matters where you're going, where you're becoming. So if you're right now bad with money, then start learning about money. Become credible, do something. And something you're learning, take the insights and put them into your content. This is something I learned from Eli, how Eli went from 0 to 2.5 million year business as a creator. Okay? They basically talk what you learned. Talk about the insights. Borrow credibility. Borrow it if you haven't done it. Okay? Kind of like, you can kind of like license it. Okay? So for example, money. What I did is like, I had a few options. In health, I was going to the gym. Okay? Relationships, I was passionate about like dating, relationship, that stuff. So how to network with high value men and a woman, that was like my thing. Like I wanted to like learn it. And then here is like money is like, I went into like sales. So I was working at a company called Salesforce, basically 6-figure gig, where I was basically selling to governments and public sector and also some private companies like electricity, big corporations and enterprises. That's what I was doing. In summary, it's like, if you're like, what is enterprise? It's basically big companies with over 1,000 employees. That type of businesses. For example, McDonald's is enterprise. Zoom as a software is enterprise. YouTube is enterprise. Google, huge giga corporation and enterprise. So that's what they are. So if you like me, like I had so much different options. I was like, what should I teach? Like I know about how to go to the gym and like max out like looks, maybe, you know, actually I don't. So that was just maybe a joke. But so health-wise, gym, how to drop 10 pounds in 10 weeks. Fitness coaching for young men who are fat. For example, I was joking. So yeah, was I joking? I wasn't joking actually. So that's actually a good offer, good product, because I was fat. I was like 250 pounds. No, I was 240 pounds. And then I basically dropped into 190 pounds in like around 12 weeks, 12 to 16 weeks. I need to like double check that. Because I'm originally not from US, so it's like I usually talk about like in kgs, in euros, and that. So it's like I need to convert everything into US. So yeah, okay. So money-wise, I was in sales at Salesforce in six-figure position. So I decided to start my first creator business around, actually it was about self-improvement, to be honest. It was actually about self-improvement. Like, so you're like, Eli, what do you mean like self-improvement? I'm like, yeah, like I was basically teaching young men about self-improvement and making videos about self-improvement. So my first creator business was company P. I need the logo, Elites.fi logo. Elites.fi logo. So my first company was Elites.com. Okay, so Elites.com. This was my like first company. So I scaled this company from basically 0 to 100K a month in, to be honest, it took 90 days, you know? But in reality, like what actually happened, it was like this. It was like this. And then it was like first month, second month, it's like, and then in the third month, it was like, that's how, you know, in the third month, we scaled to 100K per month. Okay? So you're thinking like Eli, I don't understand. I'm like, so this actually happened like this. I'm like, okay. I mean, it was like maybe like 1K or 2K, maybe like 5 to 10K on Turkey or 100K per month. So it kind of like took me like 1 month, but I don't want to really, I want to be transparent, just say to like, it was actually like this. It was like basically first month we made like few grand a month around there. And it was like around 5 to 10K. It was like 5.8, 6. And then basically the third month we scaled to 100K per month. And the reason why it happened is because number one, we knew exactly who we are helping. We knew exactly. Young men into self-improvement. Okay? Number one. Number two, we knew exactly what our problem was. The problem was like bad habits, no routines, no structure. They're not going to the gym. They are playing video games. They are just, jerking off. And they're just like fucking around. They're just doing BS activities. Having these mental blocks of not doing the work, even though they know exactly what they should do. Okay? And they didn't know how to sell at all. They didn't have any social skills. So we basically have this product Elites.fi where we basically, we still have this, but it's not right now open for public currently. But basically, we help them to give them like Elites.fi. So it was kind of like relationships product. But at the same time, we also showed them how to make money with sales the same way I did it. So it's like, I only can show you what I have done. I can't show you like how to, make 1 million per month profit right now in 2025. I can't. I haven't done it. I know exactly what to do, but I don't want to say to you something what I haven't done. I really don't. It's like, I feel like it's unethical and it's just morally wrong. Just like say to you like, oh, this is how you make 1 million per month, even though I don't know exactly step by step how to do it because I haven't done it. I can hypothesize and explain to you, yeah, this is what it takes based on my research and data and become this university professor of like explaining, but like I want to teach you something I have actually done in the trenches. So for me to actually scale to 100K per month, it was basically one person, one problem, and one channel. Okay? So one person, young men who are basically fucked, okay? One problem. They are broke, they're just broke, and they're just like also like fucked, okay? Channel. The channel is like marketing channel, how you're getting the clients, customers. So if you're right now thinking, Eli, like I don't have time to just like DM people, like you don't need to. Like you don't need to do what these gurus are saying to you for you to do. I right now believe in inbound focus. Like I have right now in this channel like 1.1k subscribers, right? 1.1k subscribers. And you're like, Eli, like how it's possible for you to build this type of business with that small audience? And it's because I know exactly how to convert as a creator, business owner, the views into cash. That's what I'm best at. So for example, my channel was actually a combination of two. It was YouTube, basically like organic YouTube, just content for nurturing, creating trust. And then number two, the second channel was just like call. Like I was just taking calls, okay? And then I was selling product, and then one product, I was saying one product, and you were like, okay, Eli, how much was the product? Like for you to make 100K per month? It was, I think it was 5.8 to 9.8. Okay? Because it was first actually, to be more transparent, it was like the first guy here. So actually the first month was 3K per month. You see? So first month was actually 3K per month, I think. Yeah, it was 3K per month. And the first client paid me 3K. So it was actually 3K in beginning. So the first guy was 3K, you know? And then I basically increased to 5.8K, you know? And then I increased to 9.8K, you know? So how did you increase the price? I'm like, number one, I was working my ass off on wrong things. So I got a lot of data, but I was it was kind of like scattered. But if I would go back in time, I don't think I need to work more than 3 hours a day. You were like, Eli, let's say 3 hours a day. I'm like, you can work 3 hours a day and actually succeed. You're like, how is this possible? It's, you basically do the highest leverage activities. You film one content piece like this for 1 hour, you don't edit it, you just straight up, once you record it, you take it out, you upload it with your iPhone, like you don't need a camera like this. You don't need it at all. BS, BS. I just started using this camera. I had this camera for 2 years, but I didn't make, 2.5 million a year with this camera. I actually made it with my iPhone and some like BS camera, actually. So it's like, yeah, it's like, you basically film this video. After you film, you straight up upload it to YouTube. You don't even need to create thumbnail. If the video is good and you're just like you are basically trustworthy person who has good reputation, good brand, and you just tell how things are, straight talk. You have transparency, just so like this how things are. Exactly, you don't hide it. You're just like this is the products I was selling. Then basically what you need to understand is that you will succeed if you have right paradigm. Eli, what is paradigm? Paradigm is kind of like mindset, but it's not stupid term said by gurus. Paradigm and worldview and mental, just like right headspace. I don't want to use term mindset, overused by these retards that basically are shouting exactly like I'm shouting, but they're just shouting like mindset, fix your mindset. I'm like, mindset is fine, but I don't want to use it, because nowadays the labels matter. If you use term 10K per month, you use term mindset, you use these things, people will not like you. People are like the same guru, like basically doing the same thing. Okay? So just be you. Just be yourself. That's what it takes. Just be yourself. It's like, okay? Like if you're like Eli, like what's your values? What's your like values? It's number one is trust. In this current economy, because of AI, because of all these gurus for selling courses, who are nowadays transitioning into calling it like softwares, calling it like, oh, I'm not selling course, I'm selling you software, all this BS. They're all lacking trust. And you will see year by year their reputation going down, because if you just look at these people's products, they're not good products. They're just good at marketing. They're not good creators. So you need to be a good creator who just exactly knows exactly what he talks about, and he's authentic, he focuses on trust, and he is someone who you can trust, and he's transparent, okay? And he has good reputation, and he exactly has leverage, and that's why he's creator business owner, because he has leverage. He doesn't do outbound. He doesn't do outbound daily because he doesn't need to. Clients come to him, and if you're a beginner right now, like you, and you think, Eli, like, I don't have time to do outbound. I don't want to do sales. I'm like, exactly. I'm the best sales guy, and I will say to you that basically I wouldn't do sales. I wouldn't do probably sales. I would actually be creator. I would run a creator business as a one man. As a one man. In my team right now, it's just me. Just me. That's it. I don't need anyone else. Why? I make content, I upload content, I basically take calls, onboarding calls, where I basically help people to do this, what I'm doing, basically teaching them exactly what I'm doing instead of like teaching something else. Like, for example, people basically sell courses about doing agency, but they're not doing agency, or they are selling how to do coaching, but they're not teaching exactly how to do coaching like they are doing, straight up lying to you. So basically, let's go straight to the point. Focus on one person who you want to help, who you can help. Focus on passion, purpose, and profit, meaning like people will pay you for. Number 2, problem. What problem you're solving them? Is it health, wealth, or relationships? Choose one. If you're in a gym, start selling fitness coaching. Number 2, product, one product and one price, okay? So for example, you don't need to start with 10K. You can straight up start with 3K or even 1K or for free. To be honest, I actually started for free Discord actually, and I actually got people for free, And then I basically got case studies for free, and I did it so fast, I did it so rapidly, okay? So you can do it for free, okay? Channel, focus on one channel, YouTube long form, and you can do TikTok, you can do Twitter. Just choose one, master it, learn it, and So I want you to comment below what you want to see next, what you're struggling. I'm reading all comments. Subscribe, and battery is dying right now. See you next one. Ciao. Bye.